Next to some of the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay, we're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. Ball teed up, Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And we're off from Baltimore. Deontay Hardy to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. Aguilar with the ground. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Brought down by Deron Bland. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Lamar off the play fake. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a pickup of 26. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. Now it's Jackson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, but you couldn't do it.
It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Lamar throwing again. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Jackson's going to throw again. That's cut beyond the marker. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens finish up an excellent opening series. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Justin Tucker to try the point after. And he misses on the extra point, so a good start for their offense, but not for him kicking it. Score stays at 6-0. Now probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Dak off the play fake. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's second down coming up.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, you can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. It just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. He gets a couple, and it'll bring up third down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Prescott now on third down. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he goes out a little short of the 40. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
First and 10 from the 41. First down, here's Dak. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Ravens take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
Henry gets it here to start the drive. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
He beams one deep right side. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as it begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Jackson now on 3rd. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Facing a 4th and 12, but this offense is undeterred. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Facing a 4th and 12, but this offense is undeterred. They send a tight end in motion. 4th down, here's Jackson. No place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover on downs.
Coaches challenge him to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. First and 10, Prescott. On target to his back, Rico Dowdle. And he gets him around 6 there. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to the bank in just a moment. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They're looking at 2nd and 4. Fullback dive up the gut. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Yeah, I know you can read your partner right now, Kate. You know I'm smiling because that was a callback to the early days of football when fullbacks, not running backs, they were the one that led the ground game. He didn't stop at a yard or two, He ripped off a nice chunk for them right there.
Play action, Prescott. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha, it's hot. What are you?
One of the tight ends in motion left. Play fake, Jackson. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Donovan Wilson picks it off. And the Cowboys get the football back inside the 45-yard line after the interception. Well, they had the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment because they throw an interception and give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball. Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago.
And a little space is all he needed to reach that 35-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense, and I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
They've got 1st down from the 31.
Yeah! There we go!
Off the play fake, hits Prescott. Throwing deep for the end zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Throwing again is Dak. He's on the move. Catch is made down the right sideline. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the inner harbor. The Cowboys working here. Four downs now to get in. Here's first and goal.
There you go. 26.
Working inside the red zone. Oh no, they get him yet again. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And the Ravens get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football's the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Get on.
They've got a man in motion.
Finish it on. Get on.
On first down, Jackson. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. That one intended for Mark Andrews. So second down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Ready.
Third and long for him here. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. They're set up at the 35 now.
Finish it on.
Jackson yet again. And a man is there to knock that away.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Get on. Get on. Finish it on.
Play action now with Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now third down.
Ready. Finish it on.
And they fake the spike. They're going to throw it. He's out in the clear. And the Cowboys will return this well into the red zone before he's brought down. Okay. They thought they were being clever there. Didn't bite on the fake spike for a second. It immediately backfires Brock with an interception.
Yeah, the only way that really works, Kate, is if eyes are on the quarterback, but that was not the case for this defense. Right? Once those receivers took off the line, the moment they launched, everybody communicated defensively, and they were there to pick it off.
Yeah, here we go. Right, take. Here we go, 47. Ready, take.
Here's a give. Fullback headed up the gut. And he's brought down for a loss. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I know they had bigger visions when they called that play. This is one of those spots, Kate, where when a defense is dialed in, especially in the red zone, it's very tough to surprise them with anything.
All right, here we go. Second down.
Yeah, here we go. Kill. Ready, take.
Throwing now off play action. And he will score. It's a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys tie it in the final minute of the half. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Aubrey good on the point after. And the Cowboys take the lead on that successful kick. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. First down throw for Jackson. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Throwing again is Lamar. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. He was looking for Zay Flowers. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Throw on 3rd down. Fits it through the middle. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And nearly to the 35-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce in your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that sets you up for success.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Here's Dak. Dumped off to his running back. Continuing to move past the 45. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now Dak to throw. Ferguson there to bring it in. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
46.
Handoff now from the gun. And he started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Ravens bring an extra DB out there. 3rd down coming up. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Trying to find his tight end. So they're left with 4th down here.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. 3rd quarter starts with a run from Henry. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
This is Henry on 2nd. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. It was Osa Odigizua in on the tackle. He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with 3rd and long. Lamar off the play fake. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
I think it's fair to say, in the eye in the sky doesn't lie, without that ball being tipped, we're looking at a big game. A missed opportunity to push their offense and a great play on the other side to deny the throw.
Looking to throw. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs.
The quarterback's so worried about challenging the DBs in coverage, he didn't keep an eye on the lineman in front of him. He threw it right towards him, and it was easy to get a pop and swat away a potential 1st down.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Dump off caught by his back. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. Well, you know this better than most, Brock. Screens normally leave some rushers to come free, but still, it's not often you get roughing the passer on one.
No, it isn't, but I think of Tom Brady. To me, not only the greatest QB sneaker in the game, but he was one of the great screen masters, too. He understood how to sell a screen, draw those defenders to him, and like the QB did right there, sometimes they'll even tee off and you get the penalty.
Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Three quarters in the books from this one. The Cowboys have it with a lead, but the win's not secure just yet. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Yeah, there we go. Right check. Then we're going to 53. Then we're going to 54. Why is? 26.
To throw, Prescott. Setting up the screen. He breaks the tackle. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
They're lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
While the offense is looking for a possible touchdown, Kate, it's the defense that's stolen the mojo with that stop. This is how they teach you to defend the goal line.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Cowboys holding just a 1-point advantage. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. And that is the catch that should end this game and seal this win. Touchdown! It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys grow their lead to 8. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Hardy on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
He'll look to throw it. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys make the play that should win them this game.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions?